Alright boys, what's good? Overwatch tier list time, alright? Now this tier list is some mercy pockets on DPS, alright? If you want tank and support, let me know in the comments, okay? If you disagree with any of this, again, let me know in the comments. And please, make sure to like it, helps me more than you ever know. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Ashe, Esther, not even up for debate, okay? On a base headshot, by herself, it is 150 damage, okay? I believe it's 150 or 160. E.g., you're gonna one-tap a Tracer. With a Mercy Pocket, it goes up to either 180 or 190, depending if it's 150 or 160. Because, dude, it's disgusting, okay? Because if they've been anything more than punched, it's a one-tap headshot on anyone who's 200 HP, so like half of the roster. Plus, with the Ashe, you can play back in range. You don't need to get all up and personal with him. It's brilliant, okay? Plus, you can DPS boost the Dynamite from going from 100 damage to like 120, plus the ult charge, obviously, for more damage. You're gonna get that sexy Chadamite bob even quicker. And then on top of that, you have Coach Gun. So if a D.Va dives you, a Genji dives you, there's a Sombra. She can just get them away from us, or she can move herself, so I can G8 her as well. Bang, we're all safe, and then we can keep her going. It's phenomenal, okay? Easiest S tier on my life. Bastion, alright? Bastion's a solid B tier. Let me tell you why Bastion's a solid B tier. When he's not in turret form, he is not worth boosting. He's just not worth it. There's better options. The only good thing about him not in turret form, you can boost a grenade, which is useful, okay? But other than that, it's whatever. But when he's in turret form, I would argue he's the best person to pocket. But because you only get it every 10 or so seconds compared to the consistency of Ashe and the other heroes, it brings him down to B tier. Because when, obviously, you have the shield breaking ability of Bastion by himself, he's a Reinhardt's worst nightmare. If you bring a Mercy Pocket onto him, so he's going to get that DPS boost when he goes into turret form, the Reinhardt's going to shit their pants and cry. Phenomenal. But like I said, just due to not being able to consistently put out that damage like he could in Overwatch 1, he's going to be in B tier. Cassidy's gonna be an A tier. Let me tell you why he's an A tier and not an S tier like most people would probably think. My issue with Cassidy is, okay, let's look at this, okay? We're gonna have Sojin, let's use Sojin 76, Reaper, Sojourn, and Ashe, and McCree. Ashe has Coach Gun, Sojin can run, Reaper can teleport, Sojourn can do the slide jumper wave thing. They can all create pretty good distance, or Reaper can Wraith as well. They can create very nice distance away from the enemy. So if I need to slingshot off them, because obviously I need to be 5 meter gap for us to do a slingshot, if I want to slingshot off them, I am confident enough I can slingshot off them. Whereas with Cassidy, he has a roll, that's it. Like, the roll doesn't create that much distance for us. Like, because obviously with Ashe, for example, she can Coach Gun away, and that's also going to bring up distance for her. Whereas Cassidy, no. But the good thing with Cassidy is you can boost a grenade. So with him doing a boosted shot as well as with the boosted grenade, you can one-tap people. It's hilarious. But another thing that brings Cassidy down, let's again look at the other heroes. Reaper, 8 shots. Sojourn, 30 shots, or 35, or whatever, 40, whatever it is. Sojourn has a lot of shots. Soldier, 30 shots. Ashe, 12 shots. Cassidy, 6 shots. That's a lot of reloading, which is a pain in the backside. So for that reason, he's very good, but just due to those slight little things, I'm gonna have to put him in A tier. Alright, let's get it. Echo. I would actually consider Echo not a priority target, because Echo on her own is a very strong hero, okay? Because you have the bubble beam combo, which just shreds if people don't see you coming. If you get them from the back, it's a free kill. It's hilarious. Plus, she has great mobility, so obviously she has better mobility than Farah. She has better mobility than probably half of the roster, to be brutally honest. Her directional fly is a lot smoother than Farah's as well, and she's just a quicker flyer. Like, it feels like she's quicker, but maybe I'm just over-imagining things. I don't know. So I feel like she doesn't really need you, because she still has that one-tap ability on top of great mobility. But with you there with her, you don't need the beam anymore. You can just bubble one-shot people if you hit all the bubbles, which is very nice. But like I said, she can already do a one-tap. She already has great mobility. Compared to other heroes, I don't think you're needed as much. But hey, that's just my opinion. Genji. I'll go Genji C tier. It's the same type of deal with Bastion. When he's not ulting, he's not amazing. Like it's a last resort. Like, okay, cool, my other DPS is dead. Like, I have a Doomfist or a Wrecking Ball, whoever it's going to be, living in the enemy team's backline. Okay, cool, I'll boost the Genji then. You know what I mean? But say you're not running Ana on your team, and Genji ults, he's basically nanoed now, because with the DPS boost, you get the same amount of damage from the nano. And obviously, if I'm flying with him in Valk, which is a very nice combo, I can fly with him. I don't need to worry about breaking chain because it's double the length. And I can keep him up, say he drops to 100 HP. He doesn't need to waste time deflecting because I'm there to heal him. So he can keep bursting them down with slashes, which is very useful. But obviously, let's say that an average Genji's probably getting, I don't know, 2 to 3 ults in like a 15 to 20 minute game. So just for that reason, B tier. Because obviously with the ult, phenomenal. Without the ult, meh. Hanzo. I'll go B tier again for Hanzo. Because if they're a good Hanzo, it's definitely worth the pocket. If they're a terrible Hanzo, it's not worth it. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is they need to hit shots. The issue with Hanzo is if you don't know how to aim, you are not good at Hanzo. Because Hanzo, obviously he shoots a log, so as long as you like skim their head, you're going to get the kill. But compared to other heroes such as Soldier, Bastion, Mei, Reaper, they're very forgiving. They're very forgiving for missing a shot. Hanzo is not. But with Hanzo, if they are good, he doesn't have to charge up as much to get a full shot. So obviously you're going to be able to still one-tap any 200 HP hero even quicker with the DPS boost. If he goes full charge, he's going to one-tap, I believe, Reaper and Mei. I'm not too sure on Bastion though. But like I said, he's pretty much doing everyone over who isn't a tank or 300 HP hero, which is hilarious. Plus, with his Storm Arrow, very good for quick bursting down people. Say it like I said, a Bastion runs up on you. With a DPS boost, you will smoke him with the Storm Arrow, and the Storm Arrow is very, very underrated for shield breaking. So if there's like a Reinhardt and you need a Hanzo for some reason to break the shield, there you go, he's taking a good chunk of it. So just for those other capabilities, I would consider him a B tier. Junkrat, A tier. Let me paint a scene, let me paint a picture for you guys. You're playing Eichenwald, okay? You're playing defense. The other team has not a Roadhog, that doesn't make sense. A Roadhog. Actually, no, let's go Reinhardt. They have a Reinhardt, a Soldier 76, and I don't know, a Hanzo, and we don't care about the support. Support's not relevant in this. You're playing defense. That's a very tight choke. Junkrat by himself is a pain in the ass. Junkrat, when he's getting even more damage into a tight choke, is hell on earth, and it is hilarious to do to people, especially if they know like advanced geometry, because they're gonna hit direct shots, which is like 110. Plus he already has the combo that does like 240. He's a madman. It's insane. It's hilarious. The only issue with him, you can't DPS boost his ult, which is kind of cringe, but it's Junkrat. He doesn't need it. All right, May's going C, because she has like a consistent damage output with her primary, but it's more focused on hitting icicle shots. But not everyone hits icicle shots. But if you DPS boost her primary, so just the spray, it basically negates the rework they kind of did on her. So you're still doing a good amount of damage, and you don't need to focus as much on hitting icicle shots. So yeah, I wouldn't really go first choice with me. Like obviously I got other people above here. I would much rather take even Echo as well. I'd much rather boost over a Mei, but same situation. If my other DPS is dead and my tank is living in their backline and my tank's coming back from spawn, I'm going to boost Mei. Pharah, Esther. Let me explain this, why I have Pharah in S and Echo in C. As I said, Echo has a lot better mobility and survivability. Pharah's flying feels quite janky and clunky. You can't move around as much, like as well, compared to an Echo. But again, let's say you're playing Eichenwald. There's a lot of roofs. If you're a competent Mercy and a competent Pharah, it's a free win, because they're not going to see the Mercy, so they can't take her out. If Pharah gets even like 2 damage from me to out heal it, she can come slip behind a roof. We can jump over the roof to get onto first point, get him from the back. And plus with a Mercy, her biggest issue in my opinion is her ultimate, because you have to stay still. Obviously, let's say we fly over the top of them, they don't know, we're going to get them on the jump. Obviously, a lot of them are going to turn around. Now, we can either DPS boost that ult and spray them before they have a chance to react, or if they do have a chance to react, I can flip over to the healing so she doesn't get shredded. which completely sorts out the issue with Pharah. So for that, if it's a good Pharah and a good Mercy, it's a free win and it's not even close. Reaper. Solid A tier. Okay, the only issue that's stopping him from going to S tier is he needs to be point blank barrel stuffing for value. Compared to an Ashe, compared to a Pharah, you can play at range. Even with Cassidy, you can play at range. With Reaper, if you try and play at range, you're not playing Reaper effectively. But the good thing that does bring him into A tier instead of B tier, when you DPS boost Reaper, obviously with his lifesteal, he gets even more, which is brilliant. So a nice little thing I like doing is, when he's in Wraith form, I'll heal him up. When he's not in Wraith form, I'm going to DPS boost him because he doesn't need me to heal him because he's going to be getting so much back from the lifesteal. He's basically BRIG from 2018 and it's hilarious. So solid A tier. Like I said, if you could play him at range, he'd be an S tier, but unfortunately you can't, so it's going to be an A tier. Sojourn, if they can't hit headshots at B tier. Sojourn if they can hit headshots A tier, S tier even. So because in the lower ranks, Sojourn's not amazing, just because people can't hit shots. So I'll put her in B, but like I said, you can be an S tier if you hit your shots. You can DPS boost her gyrosphere thing, her projectile. You guys know what I mean. I can't think of the word in a moment. As long as you have her DPS boosted while she shoots it and whilst it's up, it's going to get a damage boost. You don't DPS boost her primary fire, so the stuff to get charge, but you do boost up the railgun. So if you hit the headshots, it's a one tap because she does a base 190 with a DPS boosted Mercy. It's over 200, so pretty much after Ross is gone. If not, if you hit some good body shots, you can still get the kill, but it's just easier getting headshots, especially on ultimate. So like I said, if you can get headshots, S tier, but most people, at least in the metal ranks, aren't getting headshots, so we're gonna go B tier. Soldier, he's going at the top of S tier. He's going number 1. For reference, this isn't the order of who I would pocket them in like B tier, A tier, etc. These just where they are. But Soldier is the best pocket in this game, and it's not even close. It is disgusting. Okay. Before the buff, he was already extremely strong with a Mercy pocket. And now with the buff, he's going to do even more damage with the DPS boost he already did, because he's gone from like 18 to 19 damage per shot, and from like 110 to 130 on Helix rockets. He's going to heal himself even more, so we can just crank out even more damage, because I don't have to flip around as much to heal him, damage him, heal him, damage him, because he can heal himself. And yeah, dude, with his ult as well, which was already amazing. It's free cash. It is, as long as he's not stupid, it's free and it's brilliant. Sombra, F tier. The issue with Sombra, she's invisible, so if you're pocking her while she's invisible, enemies are going to see where she is. If she gets into a bit of a sticky situation, she's going to teleport away, and which is going to leave you completely vulnerable, and you can't even DPS boost her ult anymore. So, not even worth it, F tier. Sim's a C tier, purely for this, okay? You can't DPS boost her turrets, there's no ult to DPS boost, but she is phenomenal at breaking shields, okay? She is great at it. So if you have a Reinhardt who's pissing you off, and you don't have a Bastion or a good shield breaker, and you have a Sim, there you go. That shield's going to be gone. And it's hilarious, because she does way too much damage on shields. But yeah, other than that, I wouldn't recommend it, unless, like I said, with other people, your tank's in their backline, or coming back for spawn, your other DPS is dead, or whatever it is, then you go for it. But other than that, it's not worth it. Torbjorn. I'll go B tier on Torb, because he can one-tap tracers on headshots. With a DPS boost, if they've been anything more than punched, I believe you can get one-taps on them. But obviously it's a bit hard to get a one-tap on Torb because it is a projectile. And then his shotgun point blank does a good chunk of damage. So he's, you know, if you DPS boost him shotgun, it's going to shred their kneecaps. And then when he goes like fire mode, overcharges, whatever it's called, he becomes a sped up midget tank, so I don't need to worry about healing him because he's on like 5 million HP, it feels like, when you fight him anyway. So yeah, solid B tier, but most of the time with Torbs, like I said, I'd much rather the people above and probably everyone else in the B tier, but with Torb, you can't go wrong. Tracer, I'll go F tier, because okay, the thing with Tracer, she has the blips and the mobility, which is a pain in the backside. Okay, so look at the mouse, okay? Let's say we have a Tracer. She's going to run up blip 1, blip 2, blip 3, okay? let's say I'm with her here, she blips up here and blips up here. Okay, when she's here, after the second blip, I'm going to GA onto her. Then she's going to blip again, or she's going to forward or backwards, which is going to leave me in that vulnerable position for a few seconds. And a few seconds vulnerable is mercy, because obviously you really can't defend yourself because your pistol's useless. You're going to get beamed. So, for that reason, it's a pain. And on top of that, she has a rewind. So, same thing. Okay, let's say you're playing Circuit Royale, you've just finished getting first zone, you have the stairs, okay? Let's say she blips up the stairs, you go with her, she shoots a couple people, and then obviously you're still with her. Then she rewinds, so she's back down there where you just capped first point. You are done, you are fucked. So yeah, for that reason, just because you can get left alone quite a good bit with a Tracer, just because of her mobility, she doesn't even need to damage, because she already beams people. I'd just say AFT, it's not worth the hassle. Widowmaker, C tier. So the thing with Ashe, okay, Ashe can get closer to the fight and be effective. Widowmaker point blank most of the time is kind of useless unless they're like phase. Most Widowmakers will sit really far back, which is justified because why would you want to get into the fight? There's no point, you can just pick people off. But like with like Soldier, for example, okay, let's say we have a Soldier and a Widowmaker and a Kiriko, and I'm Mercy, and they have a tank. It doesn't matter what tank it is, just say they have a tank, okay? Typically, I will go with both DPS and keep them up, and I will keep my other support to keep the tank up. Now, let's say I'm with the Soldier 76 and my tank goes into critical. I will hop off Soldier 76 and I will go heal the tank with my other support, so the tank stays up. Now, if I'm playing Widowmaker, I don't get that luxury, because she's going to be playing so far back to the tank, to whoever else might need my help. I can't heal them, which can make a man go down. Then it's a 4v5 with Widowmaker not even there, she's not hitting shots, it's a 3v5, and then it's just gonna go to hell. So yeah, just for that reason, F tier, not F tier, sorry, C tier. Anyway, that's the list. If you want tanks and supports, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. You should definitely like it though, because it helps more than you ever know. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.